Hey, good morning. It's Monday, April 28th, and we're about 24 hours almost after that new moon in Taurus yesterday. And tomorrow we'll be seeing that beautiful uh, waxing crescent right at sunset. And what this indicates is that the new moon in Taurus is planting seeds. It's an earth sign. Like I sent a bunch of folk uh, a link to Piece of Clay by Marvin Gaye. Clay earth sign, how we want to mold others. And with so many energies in the fixed element of Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, we're cleansing and transforming our values, particularly with Mars, individual will, and willful as Leo. Leo understands, particularly since the our last election in around a Halloween, 1st of November, Mars and Pluto have been dancing with the devil, so to speak. And that devil is our ego attachments, the mistaken beliefs, our attachments to the past, to money, to fame, to status, to anything that we get imbalanced. And I sometimes just feel a very simple way that you know the devil has entered into your life is that you judge things only by the physical appearance. Yeah. So the Mars Pluto, complementary, not opposite, because that's so phallocentric heteronormative talk, right? That's where we get caught up in the masculine. And I don't care what you're doing, what's underneath what your private parts are doing, what your biological sex. The masculine phallocentricity is where you believe in the illusion of separateness. And so when Mars and Pluto are as far away from each other, and they have been dancing this dance since, oh God, the middle of October, peaked on November 3rd. Then Mars went retrograde on December 6th, and then it did another complementary, Aquarius Leo dance in the moonlight or in the starlight in January. And now we're revisiting those ego dances where when Leo and Aquarius go off base, it's cultish, it's malignant, it's sociopathic adjacent. Now, understand the pure Aquarian energy is aligning with collective and inclusive ideals. And in our raw material, we do a lot of, discussion about the ego soul balance where we separate it out for us to understand it from an ego perspective. But from the soul perspective, everything is whole and perfect and complete as it is. Ain't no I'm enough. I was born in unity with all there is. And it's benevolent and loving and abundant. It's only when we get the mistaken beliefs that gain must follow laws, or no pain, no gain. Or in Taurus' case, it's much, many more. Taurus is sad, just greedy as fuck, but that tends to come from a wounded heart. The anahata is the unwounded or the unstruck part of the heart. So the Mars in Leo, Pluto and Aquarius is how do we heal our individual hearts so we have more to give? And that's one of my favorite high school, middle school mofos, Michael, who's a double Scorpio. He used to say, if your mother didn't give it to you, you don't have it. And if you don't have it, you can't give it. That's so Scorpio. And that's really binary. I mean, you can kind of eke out and I guess breadcrumbing. But when you're breadcrumbing or giving a little bit of yourself only to see what's coming back, the devil is not only in that detail, it's where you basically are saying the cosmos, yeah, it got jokes, but the cosmos isn't abundant, or you're disassociated or disconnected from it. So no planets in retrograde until May 4th, and Pluto is the one that's going to go retrograde. So just know these next several days, I would say the next 10 days, and at least until the full moon on May the 12th, is all about where have you put too much stock in outer appearance. Certainly, if you have Pluto and Leo, and that's the 1940, 39 to 57 generation, if you have Pluto and Scorpio, that's the 1983 to 95 generation. You guys got, some challenges around ego. Not that ego is bad, but it is bad when you get attached to outcome, when you start to set up the ego as expectations or quid pro quo that you give with a string or two attached. Pluto and Scorpio, Pluto and Leo. Solar, Leo, solar Scorpions. Anybody born in those first 7 to 10 days of Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, the chickens are coming home to roost, but the chickens are in direct attachment, in direct proportion to your attachment to being the proverbial control freak. Taurus, you do it through physical, financial resources. Leo, through how much attention you radiate or shine or not, whether it's going to be a cloudy day, you solar mofo. Scorpio, you just do it through withdrawing your emotional energy or appearing cold. Fixed water, ice, and Aquarius, you just act as if you're above it all, the intellectual snobbery. And that can cause challenges where people lash out at you and you sit back and eat popcorn as if you had nothing to do with it. Yeah, right. But for all of us, Taurus is about leaning into your cosmic musicianship. After all, sometimes the planetary movement is called the harmony of the spheres. OurRawMaterial.com. And if you want to understand your complementary energy, shoot me a comment in this YouTube video, and I will, give you that 180-degree, 180 days, what your axis is working on. Taurus and Scorpio, security. Where are you putting your security? What truly matters? Piece of Clay by Marvin Gaye. Thank you, guys.